Recruiting law. Thou shalt love the weight room. We're talking about it today on the GridironStuds Show.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Recruiting advice for everyone. It's the GridironStuds Show.
Well, if it looks like a football player, that looks like a football player, that acts like a football player, then it's a football player. Well, that's not exactly how the saying goes, but in the world of college football recruiting, that's kind of the way that it is. How much you get recruited has a lot to do with how you look. We're going to talk about that in depth today in this particular video. But before we do that, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified the next time I put out a recruiting video like this one. Listen, we all know that the eyes are a very powerful thing. Before you even touch or smell something, your eyes are making thousands of computations about exactly what it is that stands in front of you. The same holds true for a college football coach. With thousands and thousands of recruits out there, there's some way that they need to be able to separate one guy from another. And one of the best ways for you to be able to do that is to actually look like a college football player while you're in high school. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. You know, there's that old saying that goes, never judge a book by its cover. Well, no one told a college football coach that. One of the reasons that is that way is because college football coaches have an overwhelming amount of confidence in their ability to teach you what it is that you need to know in terms of skills and scheme when you actually get on campus and become a player on the team. Now, they should also have that same amount of confidence in their strength and conditioning coach, but you know what? That coach is not the one that's out on the trail. And quite frankly, no coach really wants to guess as to whether or not you're going to be a hard enough worker in the weight room so that they do even get the fruits of their labor in teaching you the skill and the scheme. So if you can show them beforehand that you're the kind of guy that would like to work in the weight room, that's going to put the sweat equity in the strength and conditioning program, then that puts them more at ease and gives them a little bit more confidence in extending an offer to you to play college football. Now, this doesn't mean that they won't extend an offer to you if you're an actually good player that's not well put together. However, why take a chance? If you have the ability to control how you look, which you do in the weight room, why not take advantage of it? Adding muscle and getting stronger is one of the key components to having a good performance on the field that you actually control. We all know you can't control height. That's built in your genetic code. But the way that you're built and the strength that you can put together in a weight room is fully under your control. So why not maximize it? And another thing too is speed is a very important part of playing this game at a high level. And through strength and conditioning, you can develop your speed and make yourself a better player out on the field. When a college coach comes to visit you out on the campus, he's making a really big assessment about you, and that's going to begin with the way that you look. So when they call you down from class, or he sees you out on the football field, or even when you go visit them on campus, first thing they're going to see is what their eyes show them, and that is how you're put together. Do you look like a football player? Do you look like the rest of the guys that are already on their campus? Now, I understand they do have a strength and conditioning program at all these schools, so you're not gonna look exactly like those guys, but are you on your way, or are you up there looking skinny, slim, and they have to guess as to whether or not you'll actually be able to put on the kind of size that you need to compete in their conference, whether that's the Big Ten or that's the ACC or the SEC, Pac-12, or any of the other college football campuses or conferences that are out there. If you don't look the part, they have to start guessing, and you really don't want them guessing out there. So it's important that you look the part of a player when they see you. Many a college football prospect has gotten their eyes turned on them at a college football recruiting camp just by the way that they look. Now, is that fair? No, but again, there are 300, 400, 500 plus guys at these camps. You got to stand out one way or another. And having a build and being well put together is one way that you can capture the coach's eye. Now he's going to take a look and see if you can actually play the game. And of course, it's going to be important that you're able to do that. But again, you're just trying to steal looks when you're in a crowd full of other prospects. And again, one of the best ways for you to do that is to look like a guy who spent some time in the weight room. So I think I've hammered home the point that you need to spend some time in the weight room, putting on the size and adding the strength. But how do we go about doing that? I have 3 very simple and quick tips that are going to allow you to achieve that goal. Number 1 is eat. Guys, forget to do this. You think just because you're going in there and you're throwing around the iron, the muscle is just going to jump on you. Well, it will, a little bit, but not as much as you think. When you go in there and you break your muscles down by lifting all of those weights, you need to fuel them. And the best way and the only way for you to be able to do that is to eat. And that means getting in your right amount of meals each day. 1 or 2 meals is not gonna get it done. 3 square meals, well, that's for the regular folks. Try to add a 4th or a 5th meal in there. And they don't all have to be big meals, but guys, you've gotta fuel your body. If you're lifting weights like that and you're in a really good weightlifting program, whether on your own or with your team, you're not a normal guy. You're not like the rest of the students at your school. You're not like a normal person walking around where 3 meals is just enough. You're gonna need to eat more, have more meals, and eat bigger meals. So that may mean you may need to learn how to cook. And it's not that hard, guys. With YouTube out there and stuff like the Food Network, it's very easy to learn how to put very simple meals together for you. Chicken breast, brown rice, and a salad, not very hard to do. And when all else fails and you don't have the money and you don't have the time, peanut butter and jelly will just do the trick. But you've got to consume food. You've got to fuel those muscles that you're breaking down. Definitely, you don't want to miss meals. And you do want to add a couple more extra ones in there for you. And you know what? Eating a little bit later at night, if you're a guy that has trouble putting on weight, will also help you as well. Peanut butter and jelly, nice pasta dish, or you know what? Just flaming up some chicken breast. All of that will help in getting you that extra meal and fuel that you need for the muscles that you're breaking down in these workouts that you're going to. So you can't forget to eat. It's a very important part of you adding strength and size along with your lifting of weights. Tip number 2 is coming up, but before I jump into that tip, go ahead and tell me in the comments what's your favorite lift in the weight room. Is it squats? Is it bench? Everyone loves bench. But is it power cleans? Or is it something crazy like snatch, clean and jerk? Do you guys even do that in school? Let me know in the comments what your favorite lift in the weight room is. I'd love to hear from you. Number 2, and this one is obvious, don't miss workouts. If your team's having scheduled workout sessions, you need to make it to all of them. I'm not even gonna talk to you about the little extra sessions that you're gonna need to have, but you don't wanna miss workouts. From now on, gym is life for you. Make it a lifestyle. You get up and you eat every day, you work out every day. You breathe in air every day, you work out every day. You drink water every day, you work out every day. It's gotta be a part of your lifestyle. You've gotta feel sick if you miss that gym workout or that workout session with the team. Now, if you're a guy that plays another sport and your other sport is practicing at the time that your team gets together and works out in the off season, get with your strength coach and find out what the workout is and try to get the lift in after you've practiced with your team. Or you've got to come in early perhaps and do it. But your strength coach will certainly be happy that you're trying to get the workout in, and he'll accommodate you the best way possible. You may even need to get a membership at a gym near you. Whatever the case may be, get the workout in. And if you don't have the equipment and you need to do the workout at home, find the best supplement to whatever the lift is. So if you couldn't bench press at home because you don't have equipment, then you got to get the push-ups in. But again, gym is life. You got to get the workouts in on a daily basis. Don't skimp on the workouts. Make your workouts every day. You can't miss any of them. And finally, number 3, protein, protein, protein. What does a muscle need to build? And that's protein. Sometimes you can get it in your diet. Other times you really need to add the supplements into it. And in most cases, you're just not getting enough protein in your diet anyway, so the protein's gonna help you. Muscle milk is your friend, but do a little research on it. Some protein powder taken once or twice a day is really gonna help you put on the muscle. And the more muscle you have, the more fat you're gonna burn and the better you're gonna look. Ultimately, all of these things that I'm telling you guys is just gonna even help you be a better football player on the field. So while you're looking the part, you actually are the part, because you're on the field making more plays, you're handling the opponent that's in front of you simply because you're stronger and you're faster as a result of the work that you've done in the weight room and what you've done in terms of eating and putting on the size. So I'm telling you this right now, if you want to build those muscles, don't forget about the protein. Get yourself a good shake, or whether it's the powder form or you get the shakes that are in liquid form that you just take right after your workouts or sometime at night or whenever it is that you do it. Like I said, once or twice a day, it's going to really help you put the muscle on. And again, look that part. All right, I know that sounds crazy. You just want to look a certain way, but it is the truth. Now, of course, like I said, you've got to be the player that you need to be. But again, thousands and thousands of guys, there's a million high school football players. And I'm not just saying that as a figure of speech. There are over 1 million high school football players every year. and a great majority of them would love to play college football, and they're all vying for a college football coach's attention. How are you going to get it? One of the best ways for you to do that is loving the weight room. Thou shalt love the weight room is today's recruiting law. Get in there, get the size, and get the strength so that you can look the part and stand out amongst a crowd of 1.1 million college football hopefuls that are playing high school football every year. And that's it, guys. Those are the simple tips for you to follow in terms of building size and strength. Because again, you gotta love that weight room. You either love it now or you're gonna be forced to love it at the next level if you're lucky enough to even get that far. Because when it comes to college football, you're in that weight room, whether it's early in the morning or whatever time of day that it is. The coach that you spend the most time with in a college football program is gonna be the strength and conditioning coach. If you don't make him happy, he's gonna go upstairs and he's gonna report you to that college football head coach or position coach, and it's not gonna help you get on the field. And that's what it is. Part of the grind of college football is not just the practice, but it's the work that you put in the weight room. So you might as well start loving it right now, and you might as well start showing them that that's a place that you don't have any qualms of spending your time in and putting in all the work. All right, guys, so I hope you liked the video, and if you did, be sure to like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to my channel because there'll be more videos like this one coming out, and you don't want to miss any of them. All right, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, Gridiron Studs, be seen.